Okay, here we go. This is 2.1 real numbers. We're looking at the practice problems here. I wanted to go through some of these questions with you guys, make sure you're on the right track here. So for 1 through 12, what we're doing is just circling which number set or number sets each number lies in. Okay, so number 1, we got 4.5. So 4.5 has a decimal, so that's not a whole number. It's not an integer because an integer is just a whole number that's negative or positive. Okay, but is it a rational number? Yes, it is, right? Because it's a decimal that terminates, right? It stops right after 5. Okay, and if it's rational, it can't be irrational. Okay, you're going to see some problems like this. Just don't, if you see a radicand or a square root symbol, that doesn't automatically mean it is a irrational number. You have to simplify it first. So the square root of 64 is asking what number times itself equals 64. And so the square root of 64 is 8. And hopefully you know that one, but if you didn't know that one, you could always use your calculator. All right, remember that is hitting the second key, and then it's the x squared button. You're going to get the square root symbol. You get that green function, the secondary function. Okay. Number 8. So 8 is a whole number. Whole numbers are integers also, and it is rational. All right. 15 sevenths. So you might want to have to check that to see if it reduces down or simplifies into a whole number, but it does not. 14 over 7 would simplify to 2, but 15 over 7 is just an improper fraction. So it's not a whole number, it's not an integer, but it is a fraction, right? So that's one of our ways to determine if it's rational or irrational. So that is rational and not irrational. All right. The absolute value, that's what these bars mean, the absolute value of negative 18 is 18. So that is a whole number, it is an integer, and it is rational. All right. Number 5, we got 8.3145454545. Okay, looks like this 45 is repeating. All right, so it's definitely not a whole number, definitely not an integer, but it is rational because that's one of the other requirements for or determinations between rational or irrational. If it is a decimal that repeats, it is rational. All right. Okay, the square root of 7. Square root of 7 is, let's see, I get on my calculator 2.645751 and it doesn't give you the dot dot dot, but for this test, if it fills out the whole screen of your calculator, that just means it's going to be irrational. Okay, unless you see that if you enter something in your calculator and let's say like you did 1/3 and you divided 1 over 3, well that's going to give you 0.33333333. So if you see that, that means it's repeating. Okay, or if you got something in it went, I don't know, like 0.666667 at the end, well, so that means that the sixes are going to continue. It's just that it's rounding up at the very end. So that would also be rational. Okay. All right. So number 7, we've gone over one like that. So I'll let you guys have that. There's that key, a line on top there. The key here is that these dots are there. Let's see. We'll do number 9. You guys can do 7 and 8 on your own. Number 9, we have negative 5 squared. So negative 5 squared, if you want to type this into your calculator, you can't just do negative 5 and then square it. You actually have to do negative 5 times negative 5. Or you don't actually have to type this in. You can, as long as you put this negative 5 in parentheses, then you can square it. And then you'll get the right answer. Okay? So negative 5, that was a lot, but negative 5 squared is positive 25. Positive 25 is whole, integer, rational. All right. Let's see. How about number 10? I'll do the last one I'll do here is number 10. Number 10, the absolute value is 4, right? But then this being out in front makes this negative. So this is actually negative 4. And so negative 4 is not a whole number, but it is an integer because the integers are whole numbers that also include negatives. So that is an integer, and of course it is rational and not irrational. All right. I might make another video here later, but this one, I just wanted to cover these first ones. There will definitely be questions like this on the test, so make sure you're comfortable determining these number sets. All right.